For sure.
Yeah. My name's Alex from
My
Imperial
name's
County.
Des. Oh, I'm Des. I'm from around Palm Springs. And we just went into the gas station here to get some water, use the restroom, and on our way back, all of the counter protesters were saying get out of here, you need to leave, and then immediately I was like, of course I will now stay, because I have a right to stand on this corner.
Yeah, and she stayed. I was like, I'm gonna go across the street really quick. I'm like, oh, okay, that's what we're doing. We're gonna stand our ground. So I went back, sat on the corner, and man, they focused on me.
Well, no, before you sat on the corner, they started actually pushing him off the corner.
Yeah.
And once they pushed him off, they were like to the cops, they're all, he's off the sidewalk, he can't be there.
Yeah.
And then they were like, what were they saying? They were saying he needs to go, he's a problem, he needs to be removed.
Yeah, and the cops are just ignoring them.
Yeah.
And then at one point they saw I had a little pocket knife here, and then they're telling the cops, he has a knife, you need to go. He needs to be taken care of.
But they, probably for, 30 minutes they were there. They had the loudspeakers about this far away from our ears. They're shouting constantly. We tried to cover our ears, but you can't really block it out. It hurt.
Terrorist white. Supremacist number one. Terrorist. Supremacist number one. Terrorist white. Supremacist number one. Terrorist white. White. Fascists go home. Fascists get out. No fascist USA. No Trump. No KKK. No fascist USA. No Trump. No KKK. No fascist.
They stole my Kekistani flag.
Yes.
How dare they? How dare they?
Right, so what was happening there? You were taking it out, right?
Yeah, I was just trolling them, getting the other side's attention, and they were not having it, and somebody grabbed
Immediately they ripped it. And then somebody from the other side tried to get the flag back, and there was this big kerfuffle over here, and the cops came and they took the flag apparently.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
passed through many
So,
hands.
if anybody has any information on my missing flag.
Great, guys. Appreciate it, man. Thank
Thanks.
you. It started with me covering all the protests, the Trump rallies and stuff.
Sorry, I kind of